So what's on the Oklahoma Guru's mind today? Well, I watched a lot of videos. Some of them are testimonies of people who joined the church. And then there's those who call themselves the ex-Mormon. Well, I guess they call themselves ex-Mormon because they were following man and not Jesus Christ, I would say. So they leave and they tell us that they leave because the pressure or the of being a Mormon was too much for them. And then they talk about how the CES letter brought light to their eyes and all the lies that church tells and all that. Well, see, I was one of them ex-Mormons myself back 21 years ago. Now, there's my dog. He's barking. She's barking. But I'll see what time it is. I don't want the kids to show up and find out what I'm doing. But anyway, so back 21 years ago, I was not in the church. I had left the church when I was 17 years old and got married between then. And I've been back about maybe two or three times between the age of 17 and 33. But nothing really engaged me to really want to stay. But when I turned 33, the opportunity was given to me to go back, and I don't know what happened, but I started hearing all the stuff that about the lies and the deceit and the polygamy and the Mountain Meadows massacre, which I'll talk to you about these things later. But I got exposed to them when I was investigating the church again at the age of 33, and my intent was to, in reality, say, is this going to be worthwhile for me? Is it going to have any value in my life? Well, some of these people call themselves ex-Mormon. They say, well, now I'm free. Now I get to go out and, enjoy life experiences, and some of them drinking and all that, and whatever, I mean, they get to choose. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. You don't want to be a part of it, I have no problems waving goodbye to you as you walk out the door. Because my philosophy is, if you really want to be a part of this, then you really are going to be a special person. You're going to be a part of the elect. But if you don't want to be a part of it, like I said, I have no nothing against you. But when you're on the YouTube or tweeting out or whatever you want to do, and you're trying to tear down something I truly love, then I'm going to have a problem with that. I'm going to exercise my free will, my free rights, to tell you that I lived in the life that you are choosing to live at this time. And I'll tell you what, I've never been more happier than I am today compared to what I was 22 years ago. Because 22 years ago, I wasn't good. I got a book that I'm going to write someday, or have somebody write for me. But it's got all kinds of things in there that would turn your stomach. And I remember all that stuff. And I'll tell you, it hurts me every time I think about the people that were affected negatively because of my choices. But I'll tell you, you people walking away from the church so easy, just because you think that the church lied to you. Well, if you were paying attention in life, and you really investigated when you were young enough to investigate, you have found all these things out for yourself about the apostles and prophets getting stipends or being paid by the church to manage the affairs of the church, or the polygamy, or the polyandering, or or the Mountain Meadows Massacre, you would have found out all these things if you really wanted to know. But then, you could have asked questions about them. Now, again, I don't put it totally on the people who's leaving and their choices, because, sorry, but we've in the church, we've sheltered people to the point that they don't know anything about our history and the reality that we're not perfect. And nowhere even close to being perfect. Now, I would proclaim that there is no other doctrine or theology in the world that even compares to what the church teaches and its truths. And like I said in my other video, truth is principled upon the universe, the physical laws of the universe, and how it affects you as an individual. So again, the truths and theology that have been taught by Joseph Smith and those who came after him, and it's got to be truth. It just can't be somebody's opinion. Or again, do we truly believe that Adam was our God? No, but he has authority over us. And if you read the scriptures enough, you'd find out that the word God is a title for that which has dominion. That's even in the dictionary, if you want to read a dictionary. But, so when he makes that statement, it's probably overzealous Brigham Young. And Brigham Young has got a lot of things that he said about the blacks and all that. But we don't have to, if you thought you were supposed to follow the prophets, well, yeah, again, you call yourself Mormon, but you're supposed to be saints, holy. You're supposed to be following Jesus Christ. And through that process, asking him about these things that that demand your attention. Because we could ask people their opinion, but I'm going to source you back to praying to Heavenly Father, asking him in the name of Jesus Christ, and getting confirmation about these things. Now, like I said, if you want to walk away from the church, hey, walk away from it. But, be a little bit more diplomatic about the way that you talk about things. And I want to remind you, all these things you talk about Joseph Smith and Brigham Young and people, these things were right there in the faces of our ancestors and our pioneers that had the most atrocious times where they came to the mobs. And I'm not going to talk about it, but they, murder and rape and all that things are right there in their faces. And then you have polygamy and all these other things that are going on in the church. People leaving, like Oliver Cowdery, David Whitmer, and Martin Harris. It was right there in their faces. And yet, we have people that are committed so much that they're willing to sacrifice not only themselves, but their own children to make the church expand and grow. So again, if you're an ex-Mormon, go ahead, put your videos out. I like watching them because it just gives me a little bit of fire in me to want to respond. And I don't mind responding to those who are against the church in any way. So y'all have a great day. And I hope this helps those who are thinking about leaving the church. If you have any questions about the church, I recommend first praying to the Father, of course, and really sincerely wanting to know the truth. But if you have any questions, you can always throw a comment on to the Oklahoma Guru, and if you like this video, just press like and maybe share it with somebody, and maybe want to subscribe to the channel. So this is the Oklahoma Guru signing out. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for watching.